We are the mystery coming to know itself. And so, as we slide, as we ride along this path, once again, my friends, as the now comes into this moment of eternal zen, that breath within this infinite blessing, this infinite message, this infinite opportunity for us to do our best. And I come here to you once again into the field with this camera in hand to be able to return to the precipice, the eternal rising of the soul of that place in which we truly remember what we once forgot. My friends, I welcome you and I honor you as we come here time and time again to this opportunity that I recognize as my birthday, as this one day, as this every day in which we can all celebrate the infinite ways in which we all come to play. As I stand here in the field and wait for the sunrise so that I can see it within my own eyes, so that I can see it within these skies. Oh, how beautiful it is to live and to die, knowing as the moon sits up above us with the howl of the wolf's call. We remember how truly tall our roots expand above and below. We truly remember what we have come here to know, this ancient mystery, this place in which we can truly be through the breath. We remember the gifts. We have left ourselves in this eternity, in this beautiful place, this beautiful mystery, which we have come to remember, which we have come to be. Aloha, friends. This is Brendan in a field once again for my birthday, July 18th, currently 2017. Crazy. Today's a big day for me, and turning 30 years old, the big Saturn return, as some might like to think of it as. And why is it called the Saturn return? I mean, it's kind of the idea that Saturn takes about 30 years to go around. So as the Saturn kind of goes around, we come around, and Saturn has a lot to do with the ancient knowledge and the esoteric truths within this reality. So it's about like, as I come into 30, let me be an example of what it means for being to come into 30, and in a simple way. Again, as I patiently wait for the sunrise, it is taking its time. There's no rush, but I will be here as it comes to meet me. It has a lot to do with actualization. It has a lot to do with acknowledging all the work that we have done for ourselves up until this point to be who we are, to understand the foundations that we've created for this journey, for this beautiful psychedelic epic journey, for this moment in which for this one moment, this moment that it lasts like so long, for the dream to awaken to itself. And so I mean, right now, just kind of standing in the field, let me just get a quick shot. There's a little bit of fog, there's a little bit of misty water covering the fields, and again, being a water element, being a Cancerian element, that's always a nice little plus. So thank you, universe, for this beautiful moment. And again, aloha, everyone. Thank you for watching this. Every now and then, for the past while, I'll do this. I literally come here and I film a video in this field, standing right here, give or take, for my birthday. And this video will try not to be too long, but as raw as it is, it's just an opportunity for me to check in with myself, for me to express my gratitude to all of those who hear this message, and for me to really check in with myself as to who I am, where have I been, what have I done, who am I now. And there's a lot I want to be able to tell you guys, and I feel like in some ways some of me wants to tell you something very big, something that I've held very closely for many years, yet has been esoteric. to others, yet not to myself, has been a solar, like a very solar resonating midpoint for me within my own understanding of who I am. It's beautiful, you know, just again being here in this moment this morning, before last night, as the clock hit midnight, and I'm like, okay, it's my birthday, let's get ready for waves of Facebook messages from all the beautiful people out there, you guys. And you know, I asked the question, I'm just like, as a gift that I hadn't thought to ask for until this moment, leave a comment below as to like what the work I have done means to you, what impact has it made in your life. And for me, that's a very important thing to hear from you guys, because again, it's sometimes we can't see all of what we are until we have someone else to remind us of that. And so I'm being me, I'm being Brendan throughout this entire existence, throughout this entire timeline. This is what I came here to be. I came here to be me, to be this unique code, this unique expression, this unique Mandela of like my own just addition, my own gift, my own presence to this story, to this reality. And yes, it's been a dream weaving process. And so, I mean, quick recap. My goodness, the things we have done, the places we have been, the things we have seen, the work that has gone in to get us to where we are now has been just phenomenal. And again, you know, like I breathe into this moment, and as present as I am within my own breath, I value the opportunity for me to step outside of my own current like single point to acknowledge like what I have done through the assistance of you guys reminding me what we have done. And so, I mean, yeah, you know, like many years ago, a young guy from Canada set out on a mission to help change the world. How can I do it, he asks. I know, I'll use art. I know, I'll use synchronicity. I know, I'll use community, and I'll use my voice, and I'll use my leadership, and I'll help bring people together. Oh, I just had like a huge wave. And I'll use my heart. It's not the first time I've cried on camera, and every time I do, it's a different reason. And oh, I love this hood, but I love my hair too, so. This time last year, when I was standing in this field in this exact same spot, you guys probably saw the video, but you mean it was a completely different video. I mean, it was different, but it was so much the same. You know, and a lot to do with the fact that like 1 year ago today was like a huge day when like my dog Shelby walked across the Rainbow Bridge, and like that was a gift, was like literally like walking across the Rainbow Bridge. He died, he passed on, he never died, he continues to live through one dimension to the next, and that was the gift. And I was just like thinking about that. I couldn't help but like feel it, but I'm so glad that I'm able to. And like even just now, like it's just like I don't just feel him, like I feel all of what to me like his wisdom represented. It does represent, you know, the wolf energy, just like the elder energy, the companionship, the leadership, just the innocence. And I'm crying just because like, yeah, that's a thing that happened, but I'm also crying because I'm reflecting on just like so much of what we have done, like through this journey, like through creating Paradigm Shift Central and everything. And yeah, like it makes me cry because like, again, like the reason why I'm crying is because like I'm seeing myself from like the third person, and I'm just trying to like fathom the amount of like energy that has been invested into this, not just by me, but by all of us continuing to like be a part of this story. And like it's so freaking beautiful. And it's so fucking bigger than we even know. Like, it's so fucking, like, crazy just to, like, be here in this reality and try and fathom what we actually are. It's like, it's so cool. Like, it's such a gift. And we forget that at times. And I'm still waiting here, and like, the sun hasn't fully just like, just yet. And I wasn't sure exactly when it would. I'm just like watching some birds fly up above me right now. But yeah, like, let me just like, yeah, okay. Many moons ago, a young man from Canada set out to help change the world with the help of his friends. And he did it through the magic of art, and through the magic of memory, and through the magic of dreams. Excuse me. I'm gonna keep filming this, I don't care. Man, those tears were real, man. Like, they are real. Like, that's like Shelby coming through for us, like, you know, for all of us. Just like the strength that we get just through like being friends with anyone, human, animal, gives us strength, man. It just reflects back on the gift of why we are here and what we can do, and to utilize the time that we have, and the fact that, like, yeah, I'm not 20 anymore, I'm 30. Time's a ticking, clock's a ticking, but, you know, I keep saying, like, I'm 30 going on infinite. And, like, that's the way I look at it. Like, growing old is learning how to live young. Like, that's what I think about it. Like, in a lot of ways, like, I'm younger now than I was when I was in my mid-20s. Because I changed my diet, because, like, I'm more conscious of, like, how I treat my body, and, like, how I treat the world around me. And in return, the world around me treats me differently, treats me better. You know, it's about, like, being, like, acknowledging that, like, I always forget this. We forget things. We always forget things. Acknowledging, like, birds. Can you see them? Are there birds there? Maybe not. They're just specks. They're just specks to you, but they're very real to me. But just acknowledging that, like, with the breath, energy comes through the top of the head, fills our body, and if we're not breathing properly, we're not bringing in the breath properly, we're not bringing in the life force that sustains us properly. Therefore, if we learn to breathe better, we learn to live theoretically better, more optimized, more about what this, like, human being is. You know, this hues of mana. We didn't come here to be perfect, we came here to be human. Hues of mana. That's not just referring to us as in, you know, humans are everything. That's the way I see it. We're all interconnected. We are the hues. So, this video is going to be over 20 minutes long, but for the people who watch this, thank you. Because there's something, like, important that I want to be able to share in this, that I haven't said yet, that I haven't said to many, that I haven't said to, like, a bunch of people, because it's been something that I'm just trying to think of now how I can say this. Let me just drink some water first. But yeah. Okay, recap up to this point. Brendan Randall Cullison, 30 years old, July 18th, 2017, born July 18th, 1987, son of Susan and Paul Cullison, with a sister named Shannon. Shout out to Shannon and my nephew Henry. You guys are awesome. And Scott as well, their partner, husband, father, and stuff. So, family. Okay. What have I done? Where have I been? Who am I now? Back in the day, setting out on this mission. I know I'll help change the world. How? Documenting the shift in consciousness by telling a story And by telling the story, being able to not only tell the story of the bigger picture, but also being able to tell the story of my own transformation. I'm starting to see the sun coming up. The timing on this is fine. I'm gonna kind of wait till the sun's like where I can see it, till I can kind of tell you the things that I want to say in fully. And again, you know, like what have I done? Where have I been? What have all the things we've done? Started off as a single club in Fanshawe College. This is like the Genesis tagline of like how Paradigm Shift began. But yeah, you know, just what happens when you create a sacred space and you repeat it and you invite people out and you create an opportunity for them to synchronistically connect, for them to be able to talk to other people and to actively be mirrors for each other's growth. And then what happens when you document this? What happens when you create a template that others can follow so that they can replicate this where they are, so that they can build community, so that they can find the tribe, so that they can connect with others who they are already connected with from a non-linear point, so that you can hack the matrix with love. And then replicating this concept in a digital space, transcending physical dimensions, hyperlinking people from across the world through digital, virtual space, metaphysical space, dream space, to be able to engage in active conversations where people are invited to practice sharing their voice and being an active contributor, participant, creator, and leader within the project. Captains amongst captains. Paradigm Shift Central. What is Paradigm Shift Central? Paradigm Shift Central is not just a cool website name, it's literally an incantation. It is literally a spell. It is literally an intention. It is literally like what I want each of us to be. Like, that's the thing. Each one of us is Paradigm Shift Central. As we shift our own paradigm within ourselves, that affects everything around us. And so you carry it. That's what I've talked about many, many times. You carry the shift with you. The project of Paradigm Shift Central for everyone involved goes far beyond just listening to a broadcast or watching a movie or watching a video or creating a dream log. It is about the experience that you continue to carry with you. And this is, again, when I posted that comment today, people were saying, and it was reminding me of just what it means that we have done. And one of the things that people were talking about, and again, like, this isn't new to me, but to hear it reaffirmed was like, yes, mission accomplished, is that there are people out there, and while they're off on their journey, every now and then they'll think about Paradigm Shift Central and the community, and it will connect them to this reminder of the bigger story that they themselves are a part of. And that the ongoing objective is a part of something that they are contributing to in every moment. And like, that's the beautiful part. And like, that's the game. That's the game. The game is to be able to continue to change this reality through the act of awareness that you are constantly changing this reality. It's being aware. It's just being aware. And then it's taking that awareness to a next step of action and actualization. Like, that's the game. The game is to wake up and then to do something about it and to be mirrors for other people so that they can continue to see themselves. So the sun is just peeking over. I'm gonna, boom, there it is. Shazam, kablam, alakazam. Words create things. Let me just get the focus on this. One shot take, beautiful sunrise. So, as the sunrise in our eyes, we see what we have come here to be. Another song, another voice of this great mystery, celebrating the eternity that we will always be and always see. So let your heart know and let yourself flow and just let any false thoughts go, yet transcend through this rhyme, and you will see that each and every time all the gifts that you have are oh so divine and they are within arm's reach. And keep on sliding, because the sun will always meet you where you are, whether it be on the horizon or from the stars within your heart, you will always see that I am you and you are me. And together, this is the journey of infinite memory coming into this place of celebratory happy birthday songs. Happy birthday, everyone. Happy birthday. I like, it's just like, it's somebody's birthday everywhere. Happy birthday, everyone. So this video is only going to be maybe about 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes, 20 more minutes. Wow. There it is. So again, what are we doing? What are we creating? What is this thing that I'm about to tell you that I haven't really told many people yet? And I was debating on telling people it. Okay, so coming here, my mission, coming here, my objective, to create a kingdom, to create a community, to create a ship, to create a global team of light guardians, of Jedi, of those of us who have actualized our remembrance as to why we are here through a shared narrative of cosmic remembrance and cosmic duty. So again, you guys know that a big part of the story up to this point has been the narrative that I carry with us, that it goes beyond this physical plane, and it is about the dreamer awakening to itself. It is about the light guardian, those of us who actively continue to be the shifters of this reality, as a team, not just as individuals and as a team. And so, my role in this, as a single person capable of catalyzing entire events, as are you, as are we all, none of this is by accident. The more I live, the more I reach a new year, the more I remember how intentional this is and always has been. And again, my role in this is to be a beacon of inspiration, simply by being me. And that's the message for all of us, is that by being you, you are a beacon of inspiration. I'm just gazing into the sun right now. Okay, so I haven't told you yet, but I'm about to tell you. Damn, that's so beautiful. Let me just get another full shot of that. So again, that sun, as beautiful as it is, like that's us, baby. That's us. That's us right there. I love the idea that for every single person here on Earth, there's a sun that literally correlates. For every person, there is a star, and that sun is like a collective toroidal regenerative hyper matrix for all of us, and each sun connects to every sun, because our journey is to remember that we are the per sun. I always say this, per sun of the sun, per sun of the sun. We are of the sun. We are persons. We are people. Hues of mana. The mystery is right there. So, my role has been to inspire, and I know that I have accomplished that through your guys' validation of that, without me having to ask you, be like, hey, have I inspired you guys yet? Like, you guys just like literally are just able to say, be like, yes, Brendan, you have inspired us. You continue to be able to inspire us through your perseverance, through your determination, through your commitment, through your sacred marriage to this purpose that you are on, that reminds me of my purpose that I am on, and the accomplishments that we are succeeding in together. And so, ParadigmShiftCentral.com is a beautiful thing that is continuing to grow, but it's more than what a lot of people even realize, and it's in some ways, in a lot of ways, something that I too am still learning, I'm still figuring it out. But what helps me figure it out is understanding my role within this narrative, within this shared narrative. This has a story to it. This is like a non-linear object that will make more sense down the road. But for the time being, let's just understand that this is my heart. And like, if you notice the paradigm shift sigil on it, it's a portal to the sun, to the inner sun. But this crystal, this is my heart, and I wear it. I wear it on my chest, and my heart lights up. Mystic Spider-Man represent. So, who am I? All of us carry names. All of us carry more than one name. We carry the name that we are born with. We carry a name that we are given or that we discover. And we carry a hidden name, a third name, one that we keep hidden until the time is right. If we choose, be it in this lifetime or another. And so, within my own awareness of who I am, the mystery was revealed to me through understanding my own name, Noscite Ipsen, know thyself. And this was something that as I was doing the Paradigm Shift Central project, I was already years into it before this even came into my existence, before this remembrance even came into my reality. So a lot of you know me as Brendan. Perfect, that's my name. A lot of you know me as Skull Babylon. Awesome, that's my YouTube name, which again is also an incantation in itself. Skull Babylon, rebirth, Babylon from within, transformation, alchemy, that's what that's about. Skull Babylon is not one person, Skull Babylon is an event. Just think about that separately. And then my other name, Wolf Shield. Wolf Shield is again not a name that was made up, but rather a name hidden within my own name, within my own code. Wolf Shield is the translation of my middle name, Randall. And it was interesting because Randall, like some of you have heard this story isn't new, but I was always just like, Randall, like that's an interesting name, and it took me a while to fully adapt to it. And then it wasn't until like a few years ago that I was like, oh, what does it mean? Let's ask the Google. Wolf Shield. Oh, that's cool. I already have an affinity with wolves, a huge connection with wolves. That's pretty synchronistic that I happen to choose a middle name for myself from a nonlinear perspective that means Wolf Shield. My parents did not know it meant Wolf Shield, and yet here I am as a Wolf Shield, understanding what that means. That is still a part of my journey. What does it mean to be the Wolf Shield? But there is another layer to this Wolf Shield. And again, this is the part of myself that I'm sharing now because I feel if I share it now, it will help actualize it even more so. I've been waiting to share it because the reason why I've been waiting to share it is because it's actually a, spoiler alert, a plot point within the Journey to Lucidity saga, the movies that we have been making. The Journey to Lucidity movies, again, like The Awakening of the Dreamer, which is about the collective, and it's also about my personal journey and my own awakening into my own identity as a light guardian, finding my role, finding my identity as a catalyst and as a leader, as a captain amongst captains within this story. And so as I look into the sun, let me share with you something that has been kept hidden for many, many years at this point, something that I have been aware of for well over half a decade, yet have intentionally kept hidden. But I feel in sharing it, it will help you better know me. It will help you better understand me. And the fact that I am sharing it on my 30th birthday is also a gift not only to myself, but also an opportunity, an intention for me to step into what this gift means. Like I said, within our names there are codes that are hidden about who we are and who we came here to be. Names are very, very powerful. And so, what does Brendan mean? A lot of you, you call me Brendan, you know that's my name, a name that I go by. What does it mean? Randall means wolf shield. What does Brendan mean? What does it represent? What energy does it carry? What energy do I carry through myself, amplified into this reality? Take a moment to think about it. I'll give you like a breath to just ask yourself, what might Brendan mean? Because I guarantee you, a part of you already knows it. Some of you already do. Kept hidden from myself for many years, only until maybe about 5, 6, 7 years ago did I realize this, did I remember this to myself. And it's not the only name that holds this energy, but it specifically does. And it's this very specific name that I chose for myself. My name isn't just Wolf Shield. My name isn't just Brendan. One of the names that I go by is also a title, is also a very specific title that has a lot to it. And I say this with deep humility and deep gratitude and deep reverence of what me saying this means. And there's a reason why it's been up to this point, that it's taken me this long to say it. But in saying it, let it be a part of the ongoing story so that you can understand it better, so that you can evolve the relationship between us, and so that I myself can continue to evolve into who I have come here to be. My name, Brendan, one of the translations for it is also Prince. And that has been a big part of what I have been carrying. I am not just Wolf Shield. I did not ask to be Prince. A part of me chose it. Beyond this narrative linear timeline, a part of me was in some ways given this as a duty, as a responsibility. And that is why I am so reserved in sharing it. But yes, I acknowledge it. I acknowledge that it means many things. And for me, the simple thing is that yes, as much as I acknowledge that part of my identity as both Brendan and as both Wolf Shield is also this parallel aspect of Prince Wolf Shield. Like, that's a badass name. It's to remind each and every one of us of the prince and princess within us. And that is why I carry it. And so yes, like that is like a huge part of the story within Paradigm Shift. Is that literally I have been building a kingdom. I said that in the beginning. And so, like, as like my perspective on this, like, yeah, like I acknowledge my role as Prince. And what does that mean? What does that mean? For me, like, being a prince means being a bridge between ourselves and the king and queen. Being a prince is like the person who connects with the people of the kingdom while still being able to communicate with that of the throne. And the throne is the idea of higher consciousness. The throne is the remembrance of the dream space. And so as much as part of me is in that throne room, I come out of that throne room, step into my kingdom that I have been co-creating alongside each and every one of us through this narrative to be able to help create that connection, to remind each of us of the divinity of the prince and princess within each and every one of us, so that we can truly remember. So in me sharing this, in me reminding myself of who I am, it is done so in a way to be able to remind each of us of who we are. So again, you know, like, I'm making this video, not everyone's gonna watch it. I'm probably not gonna talk about it too much outside of this video. This video is a very specific message for those who have invested into the relationship between us. And in doing so, I invite you again to, ask yourself, what does it mean to you? Does that suddenly like change part of the narrative for you? Does it bring things into perspective? There's just a person like walking on the path now, so I don't want to be like too weird and just like, oh yeah, I'm just filming a YouTube video. They got a dog with them, so that's cool. But yeah, let me just like take a moment to breathe here. I'm just gonna step off to the side of the path. But I was gonna wrap up this video anyways. And let me just kind of like show you what the sun is looking like. So there it is. There's you, rising to meet the day, rising to meet the new dawn in beautiful ways. Morning. So what, how long is this video now? 40 minutes? I can't see, I got sunspots. About 40 minutes. So I'm ready to wrap up this video. Having just stood here, sun gazing, reflecting, crying, opening my heart, opening my story, opening the ongoing journey. And again, you know, I share that with you myself to help inspire, to help add more dynamic beauty to the story that each one of us lives. So I mean, yeah, you know, maybe in some way, some of you are gonna be like, oh, okay, like, wow, you know, like, in understanding who I am actually adds more credence to what Paradigm Shift is about. But again, you know, like, my job as Prince is to be humble as funk, to be humble as shift. But yeah, Journey to Lucidity 3, the movie that hasn't come out yet, that I thought was going to come out 2 years ago but just hasn't yet, it's a part of the story. And so again, spoilers, you guys already got a little bit of a heads up on it. It'll still be cool though, it'll still be cool. But again, I was waiting until that movie was going to come out for me to actually just kind of reveal that. But then I kind of woke up this morning and I was just like, what does it feel like to be able to say that on my 30th birthday? And I think it feels good, it feels important. Especially knowing that, I don't know, not everyone's going to watch this video. That's cool too. There's still so much to do. And again, I'll just share this is going back to the Prince thing real quick. For the longest time, you know, I looked up my name. My parents knew this. My parents didn't know my name meant Prince. Maybe they did. I don't think they fully did. But there's another version of what Brendan means. Brendan also means smelly hair, which I think is awesome. Because growing up, I always had like this humble sort of approach to my name, and I'm like, what does Brendan mean? I hope it means something cool. I'm like, oh, it means smelly hair. And I'm just like, what? Like, that's weird. Like, why, what's so cool about that? And I was just like, so for the longest time, I wasn't Prince Brendan, I was smelly hair Brendan. And it wasn't until like sometime in my 20s, I'm like, oh wait, there's more to it. But even still, like, smelly hair doesn't necessarily mean bad. Maybe, you know, my hair smells like flowers and like, you know, beautiful smells of nature. So I embrace that too. I embrace my smelly hairness. So, but again, you know, within my own story, it's like, that was actually part of it. It was just like the humbleness of just being smelly hair and then like evolving into Prince. And then combining that with Wolf Shield. So again, like, that's the beautiful thing about this. Like, nothing here is made up. All it is actualized. it's part of the game in which we can play with ourselves, in which we can play with our identities, in which we can remember who we are while co-creating who we are, and to acknowledge the gifts that have already been given to us, acknowledge the parts of ourselves that we have the opportunity to be able to shape and form and create, to recreate, and to remember. So, there's still a lot to do. There's still a lot to happen within Paradigm Shift. What are my intentions over the next years for this project? Simple. To help activate a global team of light guardians, to help archive and document the shift in consciousness, to help create a global team of shifters, of conscious community leaders, of people who are creating paradigm shift communities where they are as a global network, a global team sharing in the collective momentum. People who are active conscious media creators, social matrix weavers, hackers within this matrix with love. And to continue to ripple that forward for the generations to come, to change this world slowly over time, yet in a way that will continue to have a lasting impact, that will create lasting meaning, that will continue beyond just me. So again, I'm just... This was always about our journey. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And there's still so much that is a mystery to me too. And I embrace that mystery. And I have a checklist of 100 things still to do that I am continuing to do. And you guys, your support allows me to continue to do it. So I just thank you guys so much for being a part of this actualization, for being a part of something bigger than we even know. Another big part of myself that I feel called to do, and again, I want to wrap up this video. There's a part of my reality that I feel called to connect more with, and that is my presence within the dream space. I feel that there are important experiences for me to have within the dream space that I need to be present for. And that is a big part of my mission. A big part of our mission is, we're here on this physical plane. That's not the full story. Each and every one of us, parallel, quantumly, is existing within the dream space. And that identity, that opportunity to explore, to know ourselves through the dream space is huge. It's why we came here. We didn't just come here to live physically. We came here to live physically and then to helix that into our bigger self that we are within the dream space, that we are still here, and then to integrate that dream knowledge back into this space and to realize again, this is my simple message. As Prince, my simple message is to remember that we are dreaming right here and right now, and to remember how much thoughts create. It's simple, it's obvious, but it needs to be reminded because we have forgotten it. And so by awakening within the dreams, we awaken within this dream. We awaken to our potential as superheroes to help change this world. With intention, with clarity, with love, with determination, with patience, with perseverance, with inspiration, with a deep-hearted and courageous compassion. So again, I thank you. I thank each and every one of you. Just checking, is this thing still recording? Is this hyperdelic matrix box still picking up my code so that I can put it into the intranet to share this story? Thank goodness it is. Thank goodness we are. So again, let me just thank you each and every time for all of you who happen to watch this video, as long as it is. But being able to share those little crystal diamonds with you along the way. So I mean, if you have any thoughts on this, you know, please feel free to leave your comments. I entrust with you the secret of who I am, of who I am becoming. And that's the thing, like, me being Prince isn't just like, I'm a prince. It's like me asking myself, what does it mean to be Prince? And again, you know, like, not just the elf prince too. Like, there's that part of the narrative. I haven't even mentioned that in this video. Like, that's still something I'm figuring out. But when I say it to myself, I'm like, damn, that's a badass story. And I think that's why I did it. I wanted to create like a badass story as a testament to how this reality works. For us to be reminded to look at our own codes, to look at our own names, to figure out what it is that we came here to carry. And again, for us to fully remember the prince and princess within each of us, whether your name translates to it or not, you are it as much as you choose to be. And take your time with it, because I've been taking my time. And so again, you know, what does it mean to be Prince? Being Prince means being humble. Being Prince means holding something of importance. Being Prince means being able to continue to create with intention, with cooperation, with collaboration, with all of those within the kingdom as equals. Being Prince does not mean, being Prince is rather than being about being above anyone, it is about being an ambassador with everyone, being alongside everyone, and perhaps being the person who will remind everyone of that shared connection that we already have. As a prince, let me invite you into the courtyard of our kingdom so that we can gather in community and have discussion and remind ourselves of who we are. Which again is exactly what Paradigm Shift Central has been doing. So by me sharing this, I think it allows, I want to be able to share not just the prince thing to say like, I'm a prince, but it's also to be able to help you understand on a deeper level what Paradigm Shift Central actually is. And I leave you to think about that on your own. What does it mean to you? What do we want to create it into? And so as I just about wrap up this video, let me again just remind you guys, thank you so much. And shameless plug, please feel free to add your support to the team Patreon. That is a wonderful way to be able to support the project. Signing up as a monthly contributor for $3 to $5. Beautiful, regenerative, sacred commerce model to support the entire team. $3 to $5 a month gets you a shifter booster kit worth about $70. Use those as tools to hack the matrix where you are. And so again, you know, like if you're looking to be like, I like this Brendan guy. I want to like support him. I want to support what he's about. I want to support the bigger picture. I want to be able to see the Journey to Lucidity 5 movie come out in the future. It will come out. It'll just take time. I have to finish the third one first. Then, yeah, absolutely. You can supporting the team Patreon is a beautiful way to be able to cast your vote, to be able to say like, yes, I support this universe. I came here to support this. And like, that's a part of the mission, is that like, coming here is me coming here, jumping into that unknown of being like, this is what I'm gonna do. And then knowing that I'm doing it alongside so many other people who are just like, we got you, fam. That's like us like flying through the dream, I guess. So I thank you guys. Because again, this is about remembering that like, I am the part of you who is talking to you through this camera, who incarnated as Brendan to remind you of who you are. So as you like look into my eyes, like let me truly deeply remind you, as I remind myself, of how incredibly interconnected we are. Just like what that means. It's very, very beautiful. And that's our mission, to share that remembrance, to share that beauty with others. to reconnect with the dreamlike nature of this reality, to remember the dreamlike nature of reality, to remember the psychedelic nature of this reality that is present in every single moment, and our mission to help bring it forth through direct experience and through art and through being a portal and a mirror for us to see more of ourselves. The big 3-0. Yeah. Yeah. I embrace it. I embrace being 30. But again, in embracing being 30, it's much bigger than just a number. I embrace my role as captain amongst captain. And I am grateful for the amazing team that I have alongside me. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is that if you're watching this video, if you're just like, I got your back, Brendan, like I would go to battle with you. Remember that. Remember what that feels like, because I guarantee a lot of us have. Like, that's the thing. Like, there's a whole nother part of my story that is still a mystery to me, that I'm still remembering, but I guarantee you it involves many of us being brothers in arms, brothers and sisters in arms. And so in the same way, in the past, as I would have like courageously led us into the battle, into the battlefield, let me be a leader in this day and age to courageously lead us into the battlefield of this, what is happening here, the ongoing battle for our consciousness. And it is one that we have to actively show up for. It is one that if we were to passively stand by, then things would happen differently. It demands our active participation. The world would be a different place in the absence of our commitment and our contribution to it. So I honor your contribution to it. This video is probably an hour long. My goodness, it is. So with that said, guys, I just invite you to breathe with me here. We're going to end this video, but the journey continues. The journey is far from over, because in truth, it never ends. And again, that's a big part of the narrative, the bigger narrative that I carry, is a remembrance of the bigger story that we are a part of. That many of us, all of us, have come here from somewhere else. Astral planes, planets, star systems, beautiful places. To be here on Earth in this moment, to create a beautiful co-creation. It's art. We came here to live as art. So that's what I want to remind you of, to live your life as the art that you are, and knowing that that will continue to inspire people. You have it in you to be a leader in your community, to be a leader amongst others, to be a spark, to be a light guardian, to be a shifter. You have it. It's in me, it's in us, it's in all of us. So allow my story, allow our story to remind us of that. And to actualize it, and to honor it, and to carry it with humility and with courage. Good job, Brendan. Thank you. Thank you for what you have done. Thank you for what you are doing, and thank you for what you are continuing to step into. And thank you as well for being a part of it, for making it possible. Okay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna upload this footage. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna take a nap. I'm gonna keep on dreaming. I'm gonna keep on waking up. I'm gonna keep on living. I'm gonna keep on loving. I'm gonna keep on creating. I'm gonna keep on doing free hugs. I'm gonna keep on sharing a beautiful story. I'm gonna keep on doing some flowetry. I'm gonna keep on riding my hoverboard. I'm gonna keep on making friends. I'm gonna keep on inspiring people. I'm gonna keep being me. I'm gonna keep evolving into who I came here to be. The big 3-0. Looking forward to when I turn 33. That'll be a whole nother trip, let me tell you. So, alright guys, again, thank you so much. The journey continues. ParadigmShiftCentral.com. We're building it, we're actualizing it. It's a crystallized team with crystallized intention, and that's exactly what is needed. Little things make a big difference. So as always, inviting you guys to follow what inspires you, create art, do free hugs, create conscious community, build paradigm shift community, document your story, document the ongoing shift in consciousness, help archive this so that aliens can find the website in 100 years and read about how the re-evolution of the human consciousness came to pass. Keep writing down your dreams, keep eating healthy, keep exercising, keep actively expressing yourself, keep practicing what it means to truly love, what it truly means to love yourself, and in turn love the world. I'm gonna turn this around one more time at the sun. The sun is like way up there now. Like I've been talking for an hour, that's what happens. Like things happen fast in this reality. So be sure to take a breath and slow down every once in a while. Portals. This is a whole mystery in itself. It's a portal though. One more breath. You are the Stargate. Happy birthday. Remember. There it is. There we are. Thank you again, everyone. As always, much love. Keep it shifty. And I'll see you in the future.